Hello and welcome to this video series on the Oral History Metadata Synchronizer, called OHMS for short. My name is Wyatt and I am with Oral History in the Liberal Arts Initiative. In this video, I will give you an overview on how to properly format an interview transcript for use with OHMS. Transcripts need to be formatted in a very specific manner if you want OHMS to accept them. If you do not format your transcript correctly, you will not be able to upload it to OHMS. Make sure that you follow along to these steps very carefully in this video, because even just a tiny error in your transcript formatting can cause OHMS to reject your transcript. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to open your transcript in Microsoft Word. You're going to want to have your dialogue formatted just like this, so you have your speaker name followed by a colon and then the dialogue. And then after you've established their names, you can switch to abbreviations if you would like. So the second step is to remove any headers that you might have in your transcript. Having a header like this will not cause OHMS to reject your transcript, but you do not generally want those to be in your transcript. The third step is to remove any page numbers or footers that you have. So if you have footnotes, you need to make sure you remove those from the document. And the same with page numbers. So we can just click right there and delete. And hit close. So the next thing you're going to want to do is remove any unwanted line breaks in Microsoft Word. So the only kind of line break that you can have is a hard line break. You don't want soft line breaks or section breaks. In Microsoft Word, it is almost impossible to tell the difference between a hard line break and a soft line break. So what we're going to have to do is use this search feature to find them. So click up here and then type in up arrow and then B. And this will search for all section breaks that you have in your document. So once you do that, you'll click this and hit replace. Any section breaks that you might have that are unwanted will be here. So we don't have any in this text, but if we did, we would want to hit replace all with blank, and that would delete all section breaks that you have. So we'd click that. And then we'd also want to delete all soft line breaks. So we, once again, up arrow and then lowercase l. And again, we do not have any soft line breaks in this text, but if we did, we would want to replace it with hard line breaks, which is up P. And we'd hit replace all. At this point, all improper line breaks should be fixed, and you can move on to the next step. So the fourth step is to get rid of all em dashes and smart quotation marks. If your transcript file contains any em dashes or smart quotes, OHMS will not accept your transcript. So to remove these unwanted characters, you're going to need to navigate up to Word, up here, then go to Preferences, then go to the Autocorrect tab, and click on Auto Format as you type right here. So as you can see, under this area right here that says replace as you type, it says straight quotation marks with smart quotation marks. So this means that whenever you type a quotation mark, Word will automatically change it from a straight quote to a smart quote that wraps around the text. So you're going to want to uncheck that so it will not do that anymore. And then you're also going to want to uncheck symbol characters, replacing double dashes with single longer dashes like that. Those will not be accepted by OHMS, so you need to get rid of them. And then you click OK. So you're only going to need to do that once, unless you go back to the preferences and change that again. So the next step is to run a macro created by the Louis B. Nunn Center that will replace all em dashes with double dashes, smart quotes with straight quotes, smart apostrophes with plain apostrophes, and other characters that would otherwise make your transcript be rejected by OHMS. So to do this, you will need to download the macro either from this video description or from the OLA website. Once you've downloaded it, you need to unzip the file and have the folder extracted. And then navigate back to Word, and you'll go to this Tools section up here, and then hover over Macro, Visual Basic Editor, and this is where you will install the macro. And to do that, you will just right-click on Normal, hit Import File, and then you will navigate to your macro and hit open on OHMS transcript macro.bas, not the .txt. And then you'll hit open. Okay, so the macro has now been installed, and the next step is to run the macro. So to run it, we go over to macros once again, click on macros, and you should see the macro is installed right here, and you'll hit run. And that's it. The macro has been run. All straight quotes, all smart quotes have been replaced with straight quotes, smart apostrophes with straight apostrophes, and all other unwanted characters have been removed. So that's it for the macro. All unwanted characters have been replaced with characters that will be accepted into OHMS, and you are now ready to move on to the last step. So the last step before uploading your transcript to OHMS is to export your file as a plain text document. To do this is rather simple. You just go up to File, hit Save As, and then under Format, switch to plain text. You'll choose the location of where you're going to save it, and then hit Save, and it will bring you this dialog box. So to properly format it, we're going to need to change the text encoding from Mac OS default to other encoding, and then Unicode UTF-8. It doesn't matter what version of Unicode you're using as long as it's UTF-8. And then we're going to need to change end lines from CR only to CR/LF, and then hit OK. And that's it. Now our document is saved, and it should be ready to upload to OHMS. So the last step is to upload your transcript to OHMS. So to do this, you need to log into the OHMS Interview Manager, which you can access at ohms.uky.edu. After that, you're going to navigate to your interview. So for this one, I'm going to use test. And we're going to click the upload button right here. After that, we will hit choose file and go to your newly exported .txt file. Hit open and then save. So as you can see, it just turned green and said re-upload, and that means the upload was successful. If you try to upload and it is still blue and says upload, that means something went wrong in the transcript formatting. And you're going to need to go back and find what was going wrong before you can upload. If your upload was successful, that means that you're now ready to move on to transcript synchronization, which we'll show you how to do in the next video.